Alright, so I'm back. It's Coca-Cola. So I've been grinding my Waffenträger aus Panzer IV quite a lot recently. I'm trying to make the transition to my first tier 10. So we've got a game on Fisherman's Bay, which is really nice for tank destroyers, especially on this side, spawn-wise. So I'm obviously going to go to the B1 area. Honestly, I don't know why I was so interested in the size of that thing. That's a really big machine. Sounds kind of random, but that's what I was thinking about at the time. You know, this thing, most people don't know, but this thing gets really, really good gun elevation. Not that it would matter. It's not as good as the Death Toaster either. If I remember correctly, that thing points the gun straight up if it wants to. So I just made some cover for myself by knocking over that tree, and now I'm going to start getting shots. God, I love this gun. It does so much damage. And honestly, it's so accurate, if you miss, it's completely your fault. So this FCM is pushing up pretty hard. So, hopefully the idea would be to take him out as soon as possible. Because he's shooting at people and spotting people on my team. And that's really just poor RNG. And kaboom. So there I get spotted. Yep, and he shoots me. So I want to take out the people who can most effectively shoot me back. And I take a blind shot. I don't actually know if that hits. And I get the kill. Oh, there's the sneaky light tank again. Let's see if my RNG's better this time. Yep. Honestly, I get robbed there. But this challenger seems to have forgotten about me, and somehow I managed to miss. It appears as though by his health points that I did hit the blind shot. And I get the kill. So it's time to move up. Oh, wait. Yeah, I'll try to take that shot. See if he pops back up again. And I'll call him out to my team. Because he seems pretty alone. Everyone else on the team is in the city. Yep, he's still there. Ah. Bad shot there, didn't let it aim all the way. And if it's just gonna stop there, I'm gonna get the kill. So, at this point I realized that the town has just completely fallen apart. They've killed everyone there. So, I need to come back and I need to defend the base. Meanwhile, the IS and the T-20, they're taking out the M12. It's unknown whether or not the T-20 on their team is AFK. And lining up a shot, and kill. One down, 4 to go. So I find some cover with some camouflage bush. and I shall camp here. So I still think that they're going to be pushing in pretty heavily here from the town. But honestly, I bet they realized that there's a sneaky German tank destroyer sitting in a bush somewhere shooting into an open field. So that's probably not a good idea. Meanwhile, the T-71 is suiciding and calling BS, because that's just how things work. Ooh, a KV-13. Honestly, I don't even know if that's worth a shot. And I get a track shot. That's below me. You know, that's the one thing I don't like about this tank. You tend to get a lot of absolutely ridiculous track shots that do no damage. So I need to keep this guy alive, because he's the most mobile of the people that I actually can trust on my team. So I put a good shot into that T-10. The best thing about really high alpha guns is that if you get shot by one, you tend to back off. So it looks like most of the people who were in the city originally have vacated the city and went to go protect their own base. So I'm gonna move out, because I'm not doing any help here. This IS is asking for help. I'm telling him to retreat, and then I'm coming for him. But, honestly, I'm not very confident in his chances of getting out of this alive. Although he seems to have backed up to a reasonable distance. He's got a minor ridge between the enemy tanks and himself. And so I have a nice, interesting shot on this Oni. Oh, that's easy. But I get spotted, and the Oni is not something you want to get shot at when you're in this tank. Unfortunately, the IS dies. And there's an IS-3. Okay. I'm still worried about that Oni. People tend to rush into people who they know that they can pen when they get shot. But I got a pretty nice shot in this Jagdtiger 88. Unfortunately, I can't go through his gunman, but... And then there's an IS-3. I think I overthought that shot, so it goes straight into the dirt. And there goes basically the best counter that the enemy team has to my tank. Now I'm hoping that this IS-3 is dumb enough to push right back up the slope that he just got shot at from. But it doesn't look like that's the case. So I'm looking at my hit points, and I'm looking at my alpha, which is approximately 550. And I've decided that, yeah, I can kill this guy. So I just take the hit, roll up to him, and shoot him right in the face. There was absolutely no way that that guy had any chance of killing me. So now it's just my team and the T-30. And so my logic is everyone else went to defend the cap, so maybe the T-30 is going to do that. Meanwhile, the Udez is telling everyone that he only has 2 shells left on the entirety of his tank, and so that we should cap. And he's changed his mind. So I'm planting myself here, hoping that he's gonna trundle across an open field. Now, what I'm trying to do is get my teammates to get on Cap to pull him out into the open field so that I can shoot him and get 6 kills and a Top Gun. But, they don't seem to care. So I'm telling him to cap again. Look at that, he actually listens to me, that's nice. So here I'm asking my teammates if they know his HP. Just so I know whether or not he's going to be a 1-shot, a 2-shot. Because the T-30 has a really scary gun. And really, really good turret armor. So what makes sense to me the most would for him to be hiding at K7 and J8. Just across that ridge. So that he could take advantage of his turret armor and just shoot people trying to cap. But it turns out he was just hiding in the town like a pansy. I was hoping he was going to take a right and pull out into the open so I could shoot him, but there was very little chance of that happening. So the Udez just ran out of ammunition. So he's useless. And I'm hoping that I get there before the T-30... Actually, to be completely honest, I'm hoping that the T-30 kills this guy. Call me selfish. But, he kills him, so... Honestly, I'm pretty confident that that was a really good show of tank destroyer, team gameplay, and understanding the strategies for open map warfare. Reading team, reading the actions of your own teammates, thinking forward, a couple steps ahead.